Yes. Paralegals and legal assistants, 285,600 of them. Yes. You know, we went through some of the education requirements necessary to be a paralegal. Yeah. hmm There are certain education requirements as it relates to due process. Yeah. The rights of citizens. Yes. Civil rights. Oh, civil liberties. Oh, privileges and immunities. Now, these 285,600 individuals that were employed in the profession of paralegals and legal assistants. Yeah. Making $50,410 a year as a median pay. Yeah. You know, having any knowledge of this, you actually are liable. Poop. Now, you would say it's the employer's problem. It's the attorneys in the legal firm that are the attorney oaths that would not take any personal consideration when they have knowledge of somebody being defenseless and oppressed. I would say that looking through your continuing education and your actual knowledge, there's a good case that I can prove in a court of law that you actually are liable. Now, when I informed the United States to remove their fraud and forgery for the last 3 years, you know what their answer was? Yeah, we just can't. We're going to allow forgeries of ex officio Superior Court clerks. We're going to allow for the forgery of Heidi Lee Budner. Yes, we're going to keep the show going because of all the money we're making. Then there's the international bias. I was kind of looking through it. I just got going on that today. Yes, let's look up what bias is. Ooh. Now there's a bond. Oh my gosh, there's bondage. The condition or state of having one's freedom limited or being prevented from doing what one wants, subjection to some power or influence. Yes. Now I told you about this crime of issuing a bail bond. Yes. As in, you're going to issue a bail bond for $10,000, right? And there's a name for the crime. Yeah. See, here it is right here, $10,000. You issued a failure to appear. Yes. When I said, well, you just give me the notice from the state of jurisdiction because you only gave me 2 judicial days. Yes. Now, as much as you think that you're not being impartial or fair, yes, that you are respecting individuals and their actual amount of money or assets they have, you're not being fair to the poor and the rich of 531. Yes. I think that you intentionally put me in jail for 27 days because I told you I would not appear in court. And you told me from the public defender's office that if I don't appear in court, the judge will issue a warrant for my arrest. Now, there's always a big question about what a judge is going to do. Judge could have got run over by a bus. It happens. Could have had a heart attack. For the public defender's office to say as some sort of judgment that they know what the judge is going to do without the actual state of jurisdiction, yes, it's somewhat harassing, terrorizing, kind of puts me in bondage. Poop. You kind of bound me by that. Yeah. When I look at this notice of subpoena, yes, there is the possibility that there could have been another punishment. Now I could have lost my driving privilege. Yes. How does the public defender's office know what the fuck a judge is going to do? It sounded threatening to me. Yes. Either you do what I say, right, or we'll just put you in jail. Oh, but I wasn't in Squim. Where were you sending the court notices of court hearings? 1023 Kitchen Dick Road. What was Mike Van Proyen doing this whole time? Laughing his fucking ass off. Right. Right. When did the public defender's office get notice of the state of jurisdiction? I mean, if you said, well, why did you mention my name during court hearings without me being present? Why was it absolutely, well, exactly what was your excuse for violating all those laws? Now, this is a forgery. Yes. There's no signature of the petitioner. Right. I didn't get any due process. Yes. It wasn't issued in accordance with the full faith and credit provisions of the VAWA. Ooch. This woman was paid to sign this. Poop. This traffic citation is not usable, yes, in a court of law for the allegation of violating restraint provisions. Ouch, ouch. Now, when you decided to do all this, what made you think that I wouldn't have you put in prison for doing it? Pooh. No, I really want to know because, it seems like everybody's getting paid for the last 3.5 years, and I haven't gotten anything. Well, I just wanted to know when you sent me that email that if I don't appear, the judge is going to issue a warrant for my arrest. Why didn't the public defender's office explain that I sent them an email giving them the dates that I wanted to reschedule? Yes, because you don't. I'm just looking for that. Oh, here it is. Yeah. See, the next court hearing was on 9/27 of 2016. Yes. Now, failure to respond as directed above will result in a warrant and/or may result suspension of your driver's license or privilege. Yeah, defendant's copy. Now, it does say will result in a warrant. Oops. Now, on September 27th was the next court date. You sent this to me on September 1st. There's no possible way that I could have rescheduled a mental health evaluation in the next 26 fucking days. Seems like you're a little hard-nosed. As if people are not actually sick or have some sort of physical ailment that would preclude them from actually being able to participate in a mental health evaluation. Now, we can look at it again, right? The next court date was the 27th. Oh. You're telling me that the judge is going to issue a warrant for my arrest within 2 judicial days of having to appear in court? Yes. Because I wanted. There's never been anybody, yes, that has rescheduled a mental health evaluation. Let's see here. September 1st of 2016. Yes. Judge Porter requested on September 6th. Yes. I gave you 20 days to reschedule. Bias. It wasn't like it was the day before the court hearing or the week or 2 weeks. It was 3 weeks before the court hearing. Closer to 4, really. Yes. Now, what is it about rescheduling doctor's appointments? Yes. I know the guy had to drive all the way up here, and you just couldn't call him that morning when I called him. I called you at 5:30 a.m. Oh, there's no possible way. Bias. What is the bias against myself? Hooch. A mental inclination or tendency, prejudices, predilection. Now, actual bias, a genuine prejudice that a judge, juror, witness, or other person has against some person of relevant subject. Are you biased against me because I'm not in the family? Nope. Are you biased? Yes. Because I refuse to do what is illegal. Poof. When you give me 2 judicial days, I realize it's violating the laws. Now, if it's 5 judicial days before having a court hearing for a protection order, yes, I'm thinking it might have been 10. Are you sure you're not biased? The implied bias. And you dislike me? Judicial bias, a judge bias toward one or more of the parties into a case over which the judge presides. Yes. Now, I would say, giving me 2 judicial days talking about me during court hearings, that Judge Porter is judicially biased against myself. As he told me, you can speak at your own peril. Poop. Now, this idea, judicial bias, usually not enough to disqualify a judge. Yeah. What if I disqualify Judge Porter from every decision that he made as a judge for 20 years? And then I get to sue you first, and then all the other court decisions, all of them are called into question because Judge Porter has a bias. Boop! Now, when you read that attorney oath, you cannot have any bias as an attorney. Yes. When you read the Code 531, you as a judge cannot have any bias. You cannot be a respecter of persons. You cannot take into consideration how poor or how rich somebody is. Now, let's say I invalidated every court decision of Clallam County right now because I'll sue to have them all removed for every person that's appeared in court because of the bias of this judicial system of this great